Our second most important aspects in relating to the Companies Act of 2013 is regarding share. So, what exactly share means and how share is being defined under Section 2, subsection 84 of the Companies Act. So, it defines shares in the share capital of a company and includes stocks as defined under Section 2, subsection 84. Share is that portion of a joint stock company's capital which is owned by the shareholder individually. And now we'll discuss the very definition of share as given by Lord Justice Lindley in his treatise on companies defines a share as proportion of capital which its member is entitled to, and also in the very important leading case, and that is Woolland's Trustee versus Steel Brothers Company. In 1901, Justice Farewell defines share as the interest of a shareholder in the company measured by a sum of money for the purpose of liability in the first place and of interest in the second. A share is not a sum of money but is an interest measured in a sum of money and made of various rights contained in the very contract. So now we would like to discuss the various kinds of share capital as it is provided under Section 43 of the Companies Act 2013. So, under Section 43 of the Companies Act of 2013, we found the very kinds of share capital of a company limited are of two kinds, preference share capital and the equity share capital. So, as relating to what exactly preference share capital means, preference share carries a preferential right to fixed amount of dividend before any dividend is paid to other kinds of shareholders in the event of the winding of the company or other arrangement of repayment. The capital itself, if the memorandum and articles of association of a company so direct, may be repaid in priority to all other shareholders, and the unpaid portion of the shares held by the ordinary shareholders can be called up to repay to the preference shareholders and the amount of their capital after the payment of all the debts of the company. Preference shares may be either cumulative or non-cumulative in the former case. So, in the case of cumulative, if the profits are not sufficient to pay a fixed dividend in any particular year or years, the right to such dividends accumulates and no other shareholders are entitled to a dividend until the arrears have been paid on cumulative preference shares. And now we will discuss another portion of preference share capital, that is the redeemable preference shares. So a company limited by shares may, if so authorized by its articles of association, issue preference shares which are or at the option of the company are to be liable to be redeemed. So shares had to be redeemed out of the profits of the company or out of the capital specially raised for the purpose, and not from the sale proceeds of other property of the company. Capital reserve fund may be created out of the profits of redemption of such shares as it is provided under Section 55 of the Companies Act 2013. And now we'll discuss equity share capital. All other share capital not falling within the description of preference share capital is otherwise called equity share capital. This class of share can earn dividend only when dividend has been paid to the preference shareholders. So, now we'll discuss exactly the very nature of shares as provided under Section 44 of the Companies Act 2013. So, in regards to that, we found the very provision under Section 44 of the Companies Act 2013 which provides that the shares or other interest of any member in a company shall be movable property, transferable in the manner provided by the articles of association of that company. Shares are goods within the meaning of the Indian Contract Act of 1872. A share in a company having a share capital is to be distinguished by its appropriate numbers as it is provided under Section 45 of the Companies Act. So now we would like to discuss what exactly share certificate means. Every shareholder is given a share certificate under the common seal of the company evidencing his holding in the share capital. The certificate specifies the shares held by each shareholder. The certificate evidencing the holding in the share capital is a marketable property. And now we'll discuss share warrant. What exactly share warrant means? It is a certificate under the seal of the company stating that the bearer of the warrant is entitled to a certain number of amount of fully paid off shares of stock. So now we'll discuss exactly what stock means. Fully fed shares may be converted into stock, it being the aggregate of fully paid off shares legally consolidated and divided for the purpose of convenient holding into different parts. Stock is capital which is capable of being divided into and held in any regular amount. A holder of stock has the same rights, privileges, and advantages as regards dividend, voting, etc., as attached to the shares from which the stock arose. And now we'll discuss the very allotment of shares. So, in regard to allotment of shares, as it is provided under the Companies Act 2013, allotment is the acceptance by the company of the offer made by a person to become a shareholder of the company. The offer made in the form of an application for shares is accepted by the allotment of the total number of shares asked for or a some smaller number. It is not obligatory on a company to allow every applicant to have shares in a company, and therefore acceptance of an application is essential. Allotment is thus an appropriation of certain number of shares. The allotment creates a binding contract between the parties. After the minimum subscription has been reached, the board of directors proceed to allotment. No valid allotment, however, can be made until the amount due on the application, which is undermade as provided under Section 39 of the Companies Act, must not be less than 6% of the nominal amount of the share has been paid. The allotment of shares must always be made by the directors of the company by means of a resolution at a meeting of the board of the company. And now we'll discuss the very statutory limits on share capital as it is provided under Section 4, subsection 1, clause E and Section 4, subsection 1, clause F of the Companies Act 2013. So, as per the provision of these above mentioned sections, in the case of a company having share capital, the amount of share capital with which the company is to be registered and the division thereof into shares of a fixed amount and the number of shares which the subscribers to the memorandum of association agree to subscribe, which shall not be less than one share. And another provision of the statutory limit is that the number of shares a subscriber to the memorandum of association intends to take indicated opposite his name. However, in case of one person company, the name of the person who, in the event of death of the subscriber, shall become the member of the company as it is provided under Section 4, subsection 1, clause F of the Companies Act 2013. And in regards to that, we would like to discuss the very decision in the leading case. Tuna Mauritian Company Limited versus Hunger Food Investment Trust Limited, which was decided by Supreme Court in 1972, where it was held that a private limited company cannot exceed the powers conferred on it under the Memorandum of Association of the company as it was pronounced by the Supreme Court in this particular leading case. Donald Mauritius Company Limited versus Hunger Food Investment Trust Limited in 1972. So the word capital means a specific amount of money with which the business of a company is commenced. However, the term share capital means the amount collected upon shares issued by the specific company. So, in this lecture, we would like to finish the very provision relating to shares, share capital, the different kinds of shares and share capital, the very nature of share certificate also. We have defined what exactly means share warrant and what is stock and the very provisions relating to allotment of shares and also the very statutory limit on share capital as provided under Section 4, Subsection 1, Clause E and Section 4, Subsection 1, Clause F of the Companies Act 2013 also the very important decision of 1972 delivered by the Supreme Court in regards to statutory limitations in the very important leading case, Tuner Mauritian Company Limited versus Hunger Food Investment Trust Limited in 1972, and in that connection also. Finally, we discuss exactly what capital means and what share capital means. So, we have finished our lecture on the very topic in relation to the Companies Act relating to share.